We're going to be talking about over-the-counter drug abuse. Over-the-counter drug abuse is more dangerous than you would think. Now, the dangers of over-the-counter drug abuse, or also known as OTC, are that OTC drug abuse can be just as dangerous as taking illegal drugs. They're drugs. They're the same drugs often, these legal drugs that are over-the-counter drugs, that are sold illegally. Now, though they come in lower doses in different forms, sometimes they come in lower doses, and they come in different forms, OTC drugs are taken in larger quantities to get the same high that prescription and illegal drugs produce sometimes. And this causes over-the-counter drugs to be just as dangerous as illegal drugs because they're easier to get, and they're just as addictive. If someone's buying an illegal opioid on the street, they may be buying one that was misdirected. They're not necessarily buying one that was made fraudulently. They may be buying a real one that was misdirected from the proper pathways of distribution. Now, OTC painkillers, over-the-counter painkillers that you can purchase at the drugstore. Some OTC painkillers, though they're weak, are opioids, and a drug found in which is a drug found in heroin and opium. Okay, when taken in large quantities, the opioid receptors in the brain catch these chemicals, block pain, and turn the pleasure system on. While the user is feeling a content and dreamy rush, their body may go into total shock. When mixed with alcohol or allergy medications, OTC painkillers can shut down the lungs. Now, OTC cough medicine, over-the-counter cough medicines, now more heavily abused than the over-the-counter painkillers. OTC, over-the-counter cough medicines, which include dextromethorphan, also known as DXM, a hallucinogenic narcotic that can be found in more than 120 over-the-counter medications. That means you can go into a drugstore, if they have a whole bunch of things, if they have them all, you can find 120 different products that contain dextromethorphan. It's earned a number of catchy street names like Triple C, Skittles, Red Devils, Robo, Vitamin D, and Tussin. Well, those are the names that might be thrown around, but the drug is what the folks are looking for. Now, over-the-counter short-term side effects can be any one of these things, or all of them. Nausea, vomiting, dizziness, anxiety, nightmares, hostility, steady mood changes, blurry vision, inability to think clearly, lack of interest in usual activities, poor memories, poor coordination, poor performance at work and school, sleep disturbances, confusion, numbness, and hallucinations. If more than one of these occur at the same time, you could be looking at someone and saying, what's going on with you, right? Now, the long-term side effects of abusing over-the-counter prescription drugs or any drugs are liver complications, ruptured blood vessels, death, heart palpitations and heart failure, stroke, harm to the brain, depression, seizures, high blood pressure. And again, not just one thing, it could be 2, 3, or all of them together. Now, how do people misuse these over-the-counter drugs? Taking medications in a higher dosage than recommended is one way. Taking medications for longer than recommended, that's another way. Taking medicine that's not needed. Taking medicine for the effect, just to get high from it. And mixing multiple medicines to get a new high. Now, I want to throw in another one here, and that would be taking someone else's medicine for yourself, or having them give it to you. That happens as well. Commonly abused over-the-counter medications include cough and cold medicines, pain relievers, nasal decongestants, motion sickness pills, anti-diarrheal medication, diet pills, and over-the-counter sleep aids and sleeping pills. Now, over-the-counter and addiction is a serious issue. 1 in 5 teens, one in 5 teenagers have abused over-the-counter drugs in their lifetime, and 33% of teens report that they see little to no issue with using unprescribed medication. That means they'll share it. And where do they get that from? They get that from their home life. They get that from seeing adults. They get that from seeing it on television. Hey, try this. No, don't try that. If it is not prescribed to you, do not take that drug. Many teenagers don't even realize they're misusing over-the-counter drugs until they're already addicted to them. That's pretty serious. Teens and over-the-counter abuse, why does that occur? Let's find out from this pamphlet. There are other reasons why people fall victim to OTC drug addictions besides getting high. Girls suffering from anorexia and bulimia often turn to laxatives and diuretics. Now they're trying to do one thing, but now they get addicted to these drugs. Oh, they think they still have the problem, but now they're in the land of chemical dependency. Athletes pushed to play through the pain, take mega doses of pain pills, and the way that happens sometimes is very unfortunate. And someone take a child to an emergency room, they get a short prescription of opioids, which is like 30, sometimes 60, sometimes 90 days. And if they get it refilled, by that time, their body is already addicted to the drug, right? They take these folks take mega doses of pain pills. High-achieving students turn to caffeine-laced over-the-counter stimulants or diet pills to cram in all-night study sessions, which don't work, by the way. While these can be used in moderation, teens use the drugs often and not for their intended purposes. There are better ways to get that extra help you need. Stay away from OTC drugs. Stay away from OTC drugs. They got the finger there. Don't do that. It's time to get help. OTC drug abuse and addiction are serious and can be life-threatening. It's not funny. If you need help, there are many people to turn to. Good place to start is with a trusted family member or a friend. School counselors, coaches, teachers, nurses are all people who are available to help you. All you need to do is reach out. There are websites and call centers devoted to getting you the help you need. If you have a problem with the OTC drugs, don't wait. Get help right now. Take care of it right now. So, dope dealer or pharmacy. Let's find out. Let's answer the questions. Deadly drugs can be most easily purchased from A, the sleazy guy who operates under the bridge after dark, or B, right over the counter at your neighborhood drugstore, supermarket, or convenience store. Well, if you answered B, you're correct. If you've gotten into the habit of heading to the drugstore or the medicine cabinet in order to feel good, you're probably already addicted to something. Even though these medications were purchased legally, they are just as dangerous as illegal drugs when abused. Legal doesn't cancel lethal. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's a poison that could kill you. Today, more young people than ever are buying their highs legally right over the counter. The number of young people purchasing legal medication for highs has grown so large that the practice has been given its own code name, OTC, over-the-counter drug abuse. That's what we're talking about right now. OTC drugs are just as dangerous as prescribed and illegal drugs. Young people across the nation are becoming physically, psychologically, and behaviorally addicted. And some are even dying because they think if it's illegal, then it's safe. They're wrong. The drug scene has changed. In the recent past, the drug scene was illegal and dominated by names such as marijuana, cocaine, ecstasy, methamphetamine, meth, heroin, and LSD. It still is, pretty much still is, but among others. According to the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids, that's PDFK, Partnership for Drug-Free Kids, today's drug scene is changing rapidly to legal because teens think it's a safe high. While the use of illegal drugs by young people has remained stable, which is serious because there's more of them and that means it's still going up, the misuse of OTC medications is growing at an alarming rate. Experts predict that abuse of OTC medications may soon surpass that of marijuana, cocaine, and meth because of how easy they are to get. Now, how bad is it? OTC drug abuse, over-the-counter drug abuse, is so prevalent among today's youth that health officials are now calling these abusers Generation RX. Hey, I didn't write it. Somebody put that in there, but they're calling Generation RX. OTC drug abuse is the direct cause of 540,000, that's more than 500,000, hospitalizations every year. That's 500,000 times people go to the hospital and they didn't have to because they were taking drugs that they shouldn't be taking. A shocking 1.3 million teens reported abusing over-the-counter cough medicine to get high. It's a problem. Over-the-counter cough medicine is a problem. Some of it. In a 10-year span, over-the-counter abuse admissions to drug treatment centers skyrocketed to more than 30% of the total. So that's what we were looking at here, over-the-counter drug abuse. It's more dangerous than you think. Don't do it. Additional resources can be provided to you by the United States Department of Health and Human Services at www.hhs.gov. And the American Addiction Centers, which is located at www.americanaddictioncenters.org. And then the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration, one of my favorites, that's SAMHSA.org. That's SAMHSA.org. You can also call 1-800-662-HELP. That's 1-800-662-HELP for help. There's a 24-hour crisis hotline we have here in the county of Wayne. And here it is right here. The 1-800-241-4949. That's 1-800-241-4949. You can also reach those folks at www.dwihn.org. So there it is right there. Oh, let's get right there. You can see it. Let's put it on my face. Let's see. There we go. Gonna get it. There we go. Go ahead. Call them today. We're learning. And you learn too. Don't take OTC drugs. Don't encourage anybody to do it. If you know someone doing it, tell them to knock it off. It's not a good idea. All right. It's lots of other fun things to do. You don't need over-the-counter drugs. Thank you.